We're back. It's the Platinum TV show review. Now it's time to talk about the series premiere of The Flash, episode 1. Now, as everybody should know by now, I'm a huge Flash fan. My favorite comic book superhero, Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, anything. I just think he's the best. He may not be the strongest, but in my opinion, he's the most charismatic, the funniest, and of course the fastest man alive. Superman can't even touch him. Right, before we recap, there will be some spoilers, just so you know. So if you haven't watched it yet, watch it, then come back and view. Starting off with Barry Allen running across the city, introducing himself. That was so cool. It reminded me a lot of Arrow, only better because it was the Flash, obviously. The animation style is just amazing, the way that they do it. It's so much better than when they did the Flash TV show back in the 90s. Open up the show with Barry's mom dying. Obviously you got to set it up to why he does what he does, and showing Professor Zoom kinda just that yellow blur it was sad, but it's what makes him to the man we all know today. The beginning was great when he had no powers. He's just plain ordinary CSI guy Barry Allen who's always running late. Okay, now I'm a bit of a comic purist, so I don't want to sound a little racist, but I don't remember Iris being black. Okay? I got nothing wrong with it. It's just that, she's not in the comic books. That's all. Who saves Barry early on? Detective Thawne. Dun dun dun. Unless you get you have to know the background, obviously. So I know what they're already planning. When the lightning struck him, it was so cool. Even though we saw it kind of on Arrow already, it was just nice to see it again. So after he wakes up from the coma and he's in Star Labs, and they're taking the walk around telling him what happened during the explosion, they pass by a big cage with the name Grodd on it. Obvious reference to Gorilla Grodd. So hopefully we see him this season. I love how they do the slow emergence of the powers, a lot like they did in Smallville, where, he doesn't get them all at once. Like when the girl's walking and she drops the tray, he's like, looks really fast. He's like, whoa, wait a minute, something's not right here. And then he goes outside, does a little bit of a run, then a longer run, and then he runs super fast into the laundry cart, and poof. The first costume was hideous. They had him in the runner spandex. It was so funny with the little helmet, with we're going to put the lightning bolt patch here so we can hear you and monitor your vitals. Cellular regeneration is awesome. He broke his wrist, and in 3 hours is completely healed. That's because his metabolism, and he has a healing factor through the Speed Force. I hope they talk about the Speed Force too, because that is an integral part of the Flash. So after Barry saves Iris from getting hit by a car, we get a look at the bank robber, and we see that it's the guy who died supposedly in the plane crash in the very beginning, and he turns out to be none other than the Weather Wizard. So technically, if you count Professor Zoom in the very opening, which they probably don't, Weather Wizard would be our second villain. Then we have the Arrow reunion. Barry talking to Oliver on top of the building. That was kick-ass. I loved seeing that. I mean, I'm a huge Arrow fan, so when they brought Barry Allen in on season 2 of Arrow, I was like, oh, I'm hooked. That's it. Nothing could get better than this. I love how Barry struggles with, what if I am just a guy who got struck by lightning? I can't be a hero like you, and Arrow tells him straight out, like, you can be better, but wear a mask. Just like that, the Flash is born. He even has his own team. They make him an awesome costume. The only problem I wish it was like the comic book one, the spandex, but I understand you want to modernize it and stuff. So it's like he can run and it will stay fine. I hope they can make it so he can fit into his flash ring. So as he's running really fast, he can just kind of like Superman when he used to change in the phone booth. The final battle. Flash, Weather Wizard. Weather Wizard makes this huge tornado, and the Flash has to stop him by unraveling it, running the opposite way of the tornado. That was so great to see. That's like classic Flash right there. The ending was awesome. I loved how they set it up, where the doctor got out of his wheelchair and he can walk. Like, what the hell? He was supposed to be paralyzed and shit. And he puts his hands over the things and it says that the Flash was missing in 2024. So it's already like, huh, is he a time traveler? Did he get ideas from the future? Is he Professor Zoom? I don't know. But you guys gotta check out this show. It's gonna be on the CW tomorrow at 9 o'clock after Arrow. Obviously, watch Arrow first, then watch The Flash. Because you know they're going to do it. You bring the Justice League back, basically, for TV. Alright. Well, that was my review. I hope you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. Like, subscribe. We're definitely doing this once a week.